Paris, the City of Light, is a fabulous destination to visit year-round, with accommodation options to fit all budgets. In this video, we recommend our 9 favorite areas to stay and the best motels and attractions in each. These include Le Marais, St-Germain, and the Latin Quarter, the 7th Arrondissement, South Pigalle, Montmartre, the 1st Arrondissement, the 8th Arrondissement, and Montparnasse. The French capital is known for its iconic landmarks and beautiful architecture, world-class museums, delicious food, and top-notch shopping and fashion, as well, of course, for being an especially romantic city. Paris is also filled with charming neighborhoods inside the city center, where tree-lined boulevards are packed with a seemingly endless array of cafes, restaurants, and bars to choose from, fantastic parks, and vibrant neighborhood markets. Now, before we go any further, know that everything featured in this video, plus in-depth travel guides to all of Europe's leading destinations, including London, Rome, Athens, Barcelona, Amsterdam, Lisbon, and many more, can be found on our site at santorinidave.com. Bisecting the city, Paris is divided by the River Seine, with the right bank to the north and the left bank to the south of the river. Additionally, the city is subdivided into 20 arrondissements, or administrative districts. To better understand the layout of the city, we've linked to 2 great maps we've made in the description below this video. One of the aforementioned districts or arrondissements, and the other a map of Paris neighborhoods. Our number 1 top suggestion for first-time visitors to Paris is to choose a hotel near a metro station. This will help to make it even easier to get around to most any of the attractions you're likely to visit during your stay. Metro is safe and efficient. The 1st through 7th arrondissements are the most central, tend to be very safe and walkable, and are closest to the most popular tourist attractions and landmarks. That being said, which area you do choose will largely be determined by your budget and the things that you're most interested in doing, and you really have many great options to choose from. We begin with Le Marais, in the heart of the city's 3rd and 4th arrondissements that's popular with young people, has a vibrant LGBTQ+ scene, tons of excellent dining options, boutiques, and galleries. In the center of it all is Place des Vosges, a very popular park filled with large trees, statues, and fountains, popular for picnics, friends gathering, and great people watching. Other attractions here include the Musée National Picasso and the Musée Carnavalet and Maison de Victor Hugo. The area also encompasses the Jewish Quarter, deeply rich in history, and including the French Holocaust Memorial and the Museum of the Art and History of Judaism. Just a few blocks over is the architecturally very funky Centre Pompidou, filled with its modern art collections. Our favorite hotels in Le Marais include Le Pavillon de la Reine, Hôtel de Jobo, and La Chambre du Marais. Next up is St-Germain on the left bank in the 5th and 6th arrondissements, with a long list of famous philosopher and writer residents including Sartre, de Bouvier, and Camus, who frequented Café de Flore and Le Deux Magots in the 1940s and 50s. The area is filled with restaurants, nightclubs, and art galleries, with a historic charm that still draws hordes of tourists. A lovely mix of both locals and visitors are drawn to the high-end restaurants and luxury brand shopping. Other attractions in the area include the medieval church of Saint-Germain-des-Prés, the Musée National Eugène Delacroix, Serge Gainsbourg's former house, the Palais du Luxembourg, seat of the French Senate, and the surrounding beauty of the Jardin du Luxembourg. Hotels in this area tend to be very pricey. Here are some of our favorites: Relais Christine, L'Hôtel, Pavillon Faubourg, Hôtel Victoire and Germain, and Hôtel Saint-André des Arts. Directly adjacent to Saint-Germain and slightly less expensive is the extremely central Latin Quarter that straddles the 5th and 6th arrondissements. Directly along the Seine, there are many students here from the Sorbonne University, France's oldest and most prestigious. It's filled with fabulous and varied architecture, intimate cobblestone streets, and verdant plazas. There are tons of great bars and restaurants overflowing onto the streets here. The main attractions include the Musée de Cluny, the Pantheon, and the Jardin des Plantes, that's home to the National Museum of Natural History. As home to the Sorbonne, the area is also filled with lots of great bookshops, including the famous English-language bookstore Shakespeare and Company on the Seine, where tourists queue to enter. Along the Riverwalk here, DJs and live musicians play for different pockets of people from around the world who gather to dance together. The best hotels in the Latin Quarter include Maison Colbert, Parc Saint-Séverin, Les Dames du Panthéon, and Villa d'Estrées. Also along the banks of the Seine, the 7th Arrondissement is home to both the Eiffel Tower and the absolutely fabulous Musée d'Orsay. This area is a very popular choice for both first-time visitors and old hands, with a great mix of incredible architecture, luxury shopping, and internationally recognized dining options. Strolling along Rue de Clercq is lovely, sometimes known as the most famous shopping street in Paris, with a quaint local feel, including both farmers market produce and chic boutique shops. The area is also home to the exceptional Musée Rodin, and the Berge de Seine is a great family-friendly park on the riverfront. The hotels we recommend in the 7th include JK Place Paris, Le Cinq Codes, Pullman Tour Eiffel, the closest to the tower, Le Narcisse Blanc, and Hotel Montalembert. Across the river is hip South Pigalle in the 9th Arrondissement, often referred to as Soapy, and with a more local feel. This zone is on the right bank between the Seine and Montmartre neighborhood on the hillside above, an area which is also home to the famous Moulin Rouge Cabaret Theatre. Near to what used to be the city's red light district, this neighborhood has become increasingly popular lately, with quiet streets, yet a bustling eating and drinking scene, plus a handful of new boutique hotels. The best hotels in Soapy are Maison Soquet, Grand Pigalle Hotel, and Hotel Beige. On the hillside above Soapy is the Montmartre neighborhood overlooking the city, with the magnificent Sacré-Cœur Cathedral at the very top. There is a funicular that visitors can opt to buy a ticket for to avoid having to climb the steep hillside. Beyond the tourists who flock to the cathedral, the hilly neighborhood is filled with cobblestone streets, including some of the most beautiful homes in Paris. There's also the Musée de Montmartre to enjoy, with exquisite gardens. The area was once home to some of the most famous painters of the late 19th and early 20th century, including Picasso and Renoir. Though this zone is a bit further away from the center city's main tourist attractions, it is easily reachable by metro and pleasantly quieter overall. Our favorite hotels in Montmartre are Monsieur Aristide, Hôtel des Arts, and Le Relais Montmartre. Heading back to the right bank of the Seine, the 1st Arrondissement is the traditional heart of the city. This zone is home to the magnificent and gigantic Louvre Museum, Musée de l'Orangerie and Tuileries Garden, and the Jardin du Palais Royal. Some of the city's most prominent performing arts venues are in the 1st, including La Comédie Française, Théâtre du Palais Royal, and the Palais Garnier. And just a short walk over a bridge on an island in the Seine are Notre Dame and Sainte-Chapelle cathedrals and the Royal Medieval Palace La Conciergerie. Hotels in the 1st lean toward the luxury side, though there are some great mid-range options as well. We recommend the Mandarin Oriental, Le Marais, the Ritz Paris, and the Grand Hotel du Palais Royal. Similar to and directly adjacent to the 1st, the 8th Arrondissement is also in the heart of the city along the riverbank. The 8th is home to the Élysée Palais, where the French president lives, various international embassies, and prestigious art galleries. The Champs-Élysées is a grand tree-lined boulevard that stretches between the Place de la Concorde, Paris's largest public square, and the Arc de Triomphe. The Champs is one of the most famous shopping strips in the world, within a greater area that's home to all of the top luxury brands, some of the city's priciest hotels, and a major tourist destination. The adjacent blocks are also filled with places to shop, plus La Galerie Dior is a popular showcase next to the storefront, celebrating the history of the famous fashion label. Visitors to the 8th also enjoy the Petit and Grand Palais, directly across the street from each other. And La Madeleine is a well-known church and landmark. Some of France's most luxurious hotels are here, including the Four Seasons Georges V, Le Bristol Paris, Le Royal Mansour Raffles, Hôtel de Crillon, and Bulgarie Hotel. And our last suggested area to stay in Paris is Montparnasse, a more modern part of the city with new apartments and office buildings with more local Parisians than tourists. The neighborhood once flourished as the preferred hangout for bohemian artists, writers, and expats from Salvador Dali to Hemingway to Jean Cocteau. A few of their famous haunts still thrive today, such as Café de la Rotonde, along with so many other enjoyable street-side eating and dining establishments with far less of the touristy congestion not far away. Visitors also enjoyed the preserved studio of famous sculptor Antoine Bourdelle at Musée Bourdelle. 56 stories up, the outdoor observation deck of the Montparnasse Tower gives you perhaps the best views of Paris, including of the Eiffel Tower with none of the crowds, the Montparnasse Cemetery below, and 360-degree vistas to appreciate this amazing metropolis. Montparnasse is a great choice to get away from the tourist crowd and for a wide variety of lower to mid-range options. We've got lots of great travel guides that cover where to stay, eat, and go for popular destinations across Europe and around the world at santorinidave.com and across this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.